Hello everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to Canada and beyond. I know it has been a while since we haven't met, but I think now we are full on with 2025. Today is the first day of 2025. It's January 1st, 2025, and I'm right here standing on the Toronto Harbor. Right behind me over there, as you can see, it's the CN Tower and downtown Toronto. And this side, people are doing polar bear dipping. Now you may ask, what is polar bear dipping? So basically the polar bear dipping is a tradition in Canada, especially during the winter month, and especially during the New Year's Day. People come out here on the harbor, mostly in the cold areas of Canada. They go nearby the body of water and they take off their clothes and just dip in the water. This is a very old tradition. Nowadays it's only used for raising charity, raising money for the charities, different organizations. And as you can see behind me, people from all ages are doing it, and it seems like really fun right now because today is a really nice weather. It's about 8 degrees here in Toronto, and people are really seem to enjoying it. They are taking selfies, taking cameras, going to the water and having fun. There are a lot of health benefits to it, by the way. When I was doing some research on it, it says that it actually regulates your blood circulation when you are going into the really cold water. I think they are having fun. So anyway, the reason of today's video is that we wanted to tell you guys what are the new immigration changes that are going to happen in 2025 as we are embarking on the new year. I think we have made a lot of different videos in which we have talked about there are a lot of changes happening in Canada, especially in terms of immigration, because a lot of people who are coming here, it's getting really difficult to find jobs. It's really difficult to find housing. The accommodation has gone up really crazy because the demand is too much. There are more people and less housing, and that accommodation cost also has a ripple effect of all the other stuff as well. Like your groceries are going expensive. The cost of construction has gone up to build new houses. So keeping that in mind, the government of Canada finally woke up and they realized that they have brought too many immigrants, especially post-COVID. And now the system is overloaded, it's overwhelmed. And now they are starting to cutting back on immigration. And they have recently posted on Immigration Canada website, they are going to decrease the number of people entering Canada by 105,000. So this is a really big number. As you know, the Canadian economy is highly reliant on the immigration, people coming from outside of Canada. But I think going forward, the number of people they are entering in Canada is going to be drastically decreasing. So who is going to be the victim of this all immigration tightening in Canada? I was really thinking about it. So didn't find much, but mostly on the Canadian government website it says that the people who are applying for permanent residency within Canada, they are going to be like getting super priority, and they are going to prioritize those cases they are coming from within Canada instead of someone who is applying from outside of Canada. And also they are also going to be prioritizing those who are uniting the family. Like if somebody is applying for their spouse who is not in Canada but any other country outside of Canada, they are going to be prioritizing those type of visas as well. This also includes super visa, like the parents or grandparents visa. So the timeline for those type of visas are not going to change, but any other visa, especially someone who is applying from outside of Canada, it can take a really long time, and they are going to go through a lot of scrutiny. Like maybe their background checks is going to take longer. Maybe they may ask you for additional documents as well. So it's not going to be really easy as it used to be back in the days. So if you are someone who is applying outside of Canada, I would really highly recommend you to get an immigration lawyer or do it through the proper consultant who is certified and knows all these immigration laws, because then otherwise you can jeopardize your application. So as we are walking from here and enjoying the Toronto waterfront behind me, there are beautiful downtown long and tall buildings of Etobicoke. So it definitely looks really beautiful, and we are enjoying a little bit of this waterfront as well. There's another point I want to bring this, that flag polling is also no longer available for people who are trying to get their work permit. So what is flag polling? Mostly people who are on the temporary residence visa, like if they are on the visitor visa or any kind of closed work permit visa in Canada, when they are looking to get work permit, they usually leave the Canadian border and go to American side, and they have their entry denied from there, and then they try to enter back into Canada, and at that time Canadian Border Agency, they will give them some sort of work permit, a work authorization. It's limited time, but they get their work authorization from there, and then they enter Canada and they can work. Now that part is also closed because they are trying to get more resources allocated to stop the trafficking, human trafficking, drugs and all, because in the south side of the border now Donald Trump is in the office, and he is putting a lot of pressure on Canadian side that we need to really make the border secure. So most of the border resources, border people are going to be working on that area. So therefore the flag polling is no longer an option for you. So there is another point I would like to mention in this video as well for asylum seekers. So on the website it says right here, who are seeking protection in Canada since they are entitled by law to have their claim assessed. So we can't control the volume as we do with other programs. So basically for asylum seekers, there isn't much of changes here for 2025, but there may be a longer processing time because the Immigration Canada is allocating their resources for a lot of different programs, other programs, especially people who are applying for PNV programs, the skilled worker programs. So those are the programs they are going to get more priority in 2025. So yeah guys, this was a short video to give you update on all the 2025 rules and regulations regarding Canadian immigration. I hope you enjoy this video. Make sure to comment down below if you have any questions regarding the immigration, and we hope that you all have a great 2025. Of course we have a great 2024, but I'm hoping that 2025 is going to be even more better for you. Thank you so much for tuning into Canada and Beyond, and we will see you in the next video.